Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. In Myanmar, getting cool now. We say what? Winter season. So last week, Monday, we finished Hiri Odapa. Today, Dhammasaṅgaṇī Pali test page number 22, paragraph number 32. Aloba Adosa. Atasalini Atagata, page number 193, paragraph number 32. So these two, Aloba Adosa. So as we say, they are what? They are mentioned as a what? Aloba Adosa. And then Amoha we have. But in the body test, you see number 32, 33, 34, they are Aloba Adosa Amoha. They are wholesome rules. Okay, Mula Rasi. So group of them, root. Then after that, it will be followed by the Anabija, Abhyabhata, Samadhi, Manokama, Kamarasi. Okay, Anabija, Abhyabhata, Samadhi. Then after that, it will be followed by the Hiri in Odaba, Lokabala Rasi, Lokabala. Okay. So, in the commentary, here, 32 and 33 will be explained a little bit. And then, starting from 34 up to the 39, it will be omitted up to the Hiri Odaba, because it has been mentioned previously. So here, Aloba Adosa, very, positive positive attitude or positive mentality of the human beings. So even though they are positive, they stand on the side of the positive, but the word is formed with the negative, right? The word formed with the negative. So aloba, is a negative particle. Alobanaka was saying that. So here I think you have had loba. When it is defined by means of the Kadu Sadhana, we say lobadi di lobo. Okay, lobadi di lobo. Lobadi di lobo. Yeah. Atasalini translation is here. Greed. So here, Lobanaka was in. If you see in the Loba definition, in the Pali, you will see what the lobadi di loba. Now here is we have to say na lobadi di aloba. Na lobadi di aloba. So aloba lobadi means what? Here uh, is a crave. Okay, it craves for something. Okay, that's why it is called loba. It does not crave for something. Okay, that's why aloba. Alobanaka. What's in that? So idamasa sabawa badam. It is also natural word. Undefined, so undecorated word. Alobana. Alobana is a mena. Okay, agara. Alobana, the alobana, garo, mena. So mena how loba, when the loba arises, how it responds. Okay, how it responds. So our how start to react with the loba. So the mena of the loba. And then lobido, loba samangi bugalo, lobido nama. So lobida means what? One who possesses loba. One who is with the loba, lustful desire. So who is with the non lustful desire is called alobida. So and also alobidadan, Bali word alobidadan. So the alobidasa bawa alobidadan. So dada is a bawa. Okay, dada is a uh, primary, how do you say? Primary derivative. Primary derivative, dadida. Right? Dadida surface. So in the sense of a bhava state. And so alobida then mostly it's a state of a being, then no last, no last. Okay, state of being no lasting. So here daraga badi bekado na darago na sarago saraga badi bekado na sarago di asarago. So in the Pali text you see loba aloba is interpreted what alobo alobana alobidada. Okay. Alobana alobo alobana alobidada. And then asarago asarajana asarajidada. So three word. So extension of the words by means of the suffix change asarago asarajana asarajidada. So asarago in that case na asarago. So with the commentator just change the word from a to na in order to indicate that a is not the what? Not the original word. Okay? A derived from the na. Okay? A derived from the na. So what is the meaning of the na? So in the previous word, saraga padibakado, opposite. Okay? Opposite. Opposite to here translated as what? Absence of infatuation is the opposite to infatuation. So like that. So opposite meaning na or a is in the sense of padi baka. Okay, padi baka, opposite. So if we know saraga also surplus. Saraga. Sarago. Sarago. and then asarajana. Asarajana, the asarajana karo. So this also will not be much difference, like alobana. And then asarajidadan, asarajida sabawa, so also alobidadan. So not much difference. So abeja and anabeja. So in the commentary there explain that na abeja yadi the anabeja. Nabeja. Abeja. Abeja yadi the abeja. So and then na abeja, anabeja. Alobo kusala mula. Anabeja is what? Owing to the not this one. Yeah. Not being infatuated and not straight of the being straight of one not infatuated. That way does not come back. Oh, that's another one. Covetousness. Anabeja is a covetous. No covetousness. Okay, no covetousness. Covetousness. Anabeja. Alobo kusala mulandi. Aloba sankadam kusala mulan. Okay, there are do definition. Aloba as a kusala root. The root of a kusala. So, and then alobo hi kusala nandamana mulan. Pajayat hinadi kusala mulan. Alobo hi kusala nandamana mulan. Pajayat hinadi kusala mulan. So in the first definition, kusala aloba kusala mula. Aloba kusala mula. So how to translate here? This interestedness at the root of what is more means that root considered as a disinterestedness. Root considered as interestedness. Non-greed as a root of a wholesome or as a wholesome root. So it is a more, that is what, because of order stage. It is a more and a root in the sense of a causal relation. So kusalanja dam pachayatena mulanja di kusala mula. Kusala, so that is, and then you have a study in the compound, Kamadariya compound, right? Very easy Kamadariya compound, very obvious. Kusala. So kusala, after that, there you see ja. And then 10. After that, mulanja, mulaja. So in Myanmar, we go what? Sa nalong, sa, duja. And then da. Between duja, there is a da. It is a called what? Kamadharaya. Jana sa nalong ale, da gu yue, mapwe kamadharaya. So something like that. They make a sort of short buses in order to make people or students easily understand. So here, Kusala Mula is a Kamadharya. So in this sense, in the last definition, Kusala Mula, if you are going to make a compound, Kusala and Mula, two words. So according to the last definition, what? It is a Kamadharya. Samasa. And then previous definition, just previous. Alobo hi. Kusalanam Dhammanam Mulam. Okay. Alobo hi Kusalanam Dhammanam Mulam. Kusala Mulam. So in that case, the Kusala and Mula are divided into two. And then between Kusala, how they are combined, make compound. Community explained that the Kusalanam Mulam, root of the wholesome, not root as the wholesome, but the root of the wholesome. In that case, what? Taburisa, right? Taburisa Samasa. So Kusala Mula, if you see, there you can make a definition in two ways. One is Taburisa Samasa, Kusala Mula. Another is Kusalan Jada, Mulan Jadi, Kusala Mula. So meaning is not change. And also, but the definition will be changed. So one thing, if you say Kusalanam Mulam Kusala Mulam, so in that according to that the compound, so the last component part of the word is how do you say, plays a very important role or crucial role, main role. So in Myanmar we got Badhana. So the last word play the main role. So the root of the kusala. But in the Kamadhariya Samasa, both 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 component parts, kusala as well as the mula, they are equally they play equally important role. Kusala as the root. Okay, so both in a compound they are different sets. Some compound they if you make a double compound, then one thing we have to understand is that uh, the last part played a very important role, the main role. And then in the Kamadhariya compound, both of the component parts they play the important role, equally important role. So, so like that, if we know Aloba, then Adosa also easier. So opposite to Aloba is opposite to Loba. Adosa is opposite to Dosa, Koda. Okay. So here, Abya Bajado, Byaba. So we read it fast. Adosa Nedesi, Adosa Naga was saying Adoso. So here, you say Dosa Didi Doso, Adosa Didi, Na Adosa Didi Adoso. Or sometimes you can simply say Na Adoso Adoso. So Na Adoso Adoso. Dosadi means what? Dosadi was by hate. Dosadi in Myanmar we go be mad at or see that you can say that's right or harm another people. That's why it is called dosa. So dosa does not dosa not only destroy other people but also it destroys itself first. Okay. When the dosa arises, it's very hot. Okay. So and also if you direct your dosa towards another, they will also be burning. Okay, they will also be destroyed. That's why dosa is a very destructive. This destructive manner is very obvious. So dosa is okay, peaceful manner. So it does not tend to destroy another people. Also, whatever, whenever it happens in our mind, it makes our mind, our body calm and peaceful. So Adosanagaro, Adosita Sabao, Adosita Dem, Vyabada, and then Avyabada, Na Vyabado, Avyabado, we have to make. And then Na is in the sense of the Badibaka, right? Badibaka, Vyabada, Badibaka, Do, Avyab, Na Vyabado. And also Abyabajo. So if we have a Vyabada is a we, right? If we analyze the we are but, right? We are but, and then the root is suffix is a not suffix. We are but. But means what? To reach, to go. We are, and then what? But. So to go, going to ruin. Okay, it goes to ruin. It ruins itself, and also so whenever a kind of a ruin happens or loss happened, you had a more angry and also feel suffering, right? So that is the Vyabhada. So if we have a Avyabhada or Adosa, the same. So there will be no grudge, okay, no anger, and also as well there will be no suffering. So opposite to the anger as well as opposite to the suffering of physical and mental pain. That's why it is called Abhyapacha. Adosa Sankhadan Kusala Mulan, this is the same. Odaniya Mewa. So here, Aloba Adosa, the Amoha is understood with the Samadhi. Whenever Pasma Kusala Jeta arise, they are there, right? They are there. They rise together with the Pasma Kusala Jeta. Then after that, what? As I explained before, after that, what? Three root. This is three root. After that, Hosam Mende root. Okay, Hosam Mende root. Anabija, Avyabada, Samadhi. They are also the same with the Aloba Adosa Amoha. The name change, and also because it belongs to the different group. And then after that, what Hiri and Odaba Loga Bala, they are also already discussed previously. So commentator skip. And then on the page paragraph number 40 are the Pali test. Okay. Paragraph number 40. Please go to the paragraph number 40. 40, 41 better go together because they are bare. Kaya Basadi, bare group. Kaya Basadi, Jeda Basadi, Kaya Luda, Jeda Luda. Kaya Muruda, Jeda Muruda, and then Kaya Gamenyada, Jeda, and so on. How many bears are there? Kaya Basadi, one bear. Kaya Lahuda, Kaya Muruda, Kaya Gamenyada, Kaya Bakonyada, Kaya Jugada, Jeda Jugada. Altogether 6 bears. Okay. So we will study there. We will study these things in there. So Kadama Dasame Samaye, Kaya Basadi Hodi, Yadasame Samaye, Vidana Kandasa, Sanya Kandasa, Sankara Kandasa. So Buddha very very clever, very very clear. So because Kaya is in many places Kaya is used. That's why want to specify Kaya. What does it mean by the Kaya? So Vedana Khandasa, Sanya Khandasa, Sankhara Khandasa. Means Kaya means the 3 mental concomitants. Okay. Vedana Sanya Sankhara, 3 aggregates of the mental concomitants. Pasadi and then Padipasadi. Pasambana, Padipasambana. Pasambita, Pati Pasambita. Okay, Pasadi, Pati Pasadi, Pasambana, Pati Pasambana, Pati Pasambita. And then if you go to the paragraph number 41 of the Dhammasaṅgaṇī, there you see Jeta Pasadi. So Jeta Pasadi is specified by Viññāna Khanda Sapasati. Okay, Viññāna Khanda Sapasati. So so among the Sovana Jitasika, so Kaya Pasadi, what does it mean? Kaya means what? Vedana Sanya Sankhara. Okay, sensation, perception, and the formation. Jeta means a Viññāna Khanda. So we have to keep in mind. So commentary, Athasalini commentary, page number 194, paragraph number there you see 40-41. Yes, Magayo di Deyo Khanda Deveda, because the Buddha already mentioned it there. Vedana Khandasa, Sanya Khandasa, Sankhara Khandasa. That's why commentator just say Deyo Khanda Deveda. Three aggregates are desired. Okay, three aggregates are desired. Repose or the mental factor, etc. Because the word kayo means three aggregates. Mentioned that therefore it is said, or the three aggregates of the feeling. So three aggregates are required. That's why the Buddha said Vina Khandasa, Sanya Khandasa, Sankhara Khandasa, etc. So this is not special things. So Pasadi, okay. Regarding the word Pasadi, Pasambandi Edayati. Okay, Pasambandi is Edaya Dedama. So that is the Pasadi. We get that Darata Bhavanti. The meaning is like this. If we have a Pasadi, we get that. So aloof from what? Darata. Bani. Darata means bani. By it, those three feathers are in repose, free from suffering, have attained relief. Okay, so samasa sa pada, samasa sa pada. Pada means reach. Samasa sa. Asasa. What is asasa? Asasa, we know that asasa is in breath, right? Asasa basasa, in breath, out breath. So sometimes in another commentary they are going to say what? Out breath, in breath. So the Parajika Kanda commentary and at other Visuddhimagga commentary there may be some difference. Asasa, pasasa. Sometimes they say in breath and out breath. Asasa is in breath. Pasasa is out breath. But in another commentary they say asasa is out breath. Pasasa is in breath. No anabana. Okay, anabana case. So here asasa means in breath. So the word is a very very interesting. Samasasa, the word samasasa. If we are worried about something, we can easily recognize that our our breath, okay, our breath is not stable, not equal. So suppose if we are concentrated, if we are in a peaceful condition, or relaxed condition, both bodily, physically, and mentally, then what happens? Our in-breath and out-breath are stable, okay, equal in the equal manner or balanced manner, maybe loud long and short are the same. But if we are striking by the worry or some kind of undesired things, what happens? Undesirable things. It become the in-breath become a short. Okay. Sometimes we uh, that's why obviously uh, if we have a deep breath, something like that. Okay. So if we have done something or sometimes we feel very much stressful, then we have to take a deep breath and then release this in order as a sign of a relief, as a sign of a relief. So the word samasasa is an interesting word, right? It clearly shows how pasadi arises. The manifestation of the pasadi, we can say, right? It manifests as having equal or balanced in breath and out breath. So that is a definition, not a definition, meaning. Okay, how to understand the pasadi, and also this is from the positive aspect to emphasize on the positive things, positiveness. And also another thing is we get that daratha. We get that daratha. Daratha means here, how to say, suffering. They simply translate as a suffering. We get that means freed from suffering, free from pain. So that is called basadi. So they both of them are definite. How to say? Uh, definite, not the grammatical definitions, but it's called the adebhayata, the meaning. Okay, the right meaning, direct meaning is that basambandi idaya dedama. Okay, dedama. These vedana sanya sankhara. Okay, sensation, perception, and mental formations are, how to say, pasambandi come or repose through which, through the pasadi. Okay? Through pasadi, this dhamma, vedana, sanya, sankhara, repose or are come. That's why it is called pasadi. So pasadi is an instrument, karana sadhana. Okay? Karana sadhana, we have to do it, pasadi. Tudiya Badan Upasaka Vasena Vadidam. Okay.
Sayadaw.
Yes.
I have a question about the word samasasa. So Sayadaw explained it asasa. It's related to the in breath.
Mm-hmm.
But and then in this case, we're talking about mental. We're not talking about physical. So why does it have anything to do with the in breath? Sayadaw?
So uh, that is in order to make clear, okay, in order to understand for the easy understanding, uh, suppose mental the physical the word basadi is what abstract, okay, so difficult to understand if we say so. But if you mention or with the physical things, more material things, which is more obvious, okay, more common, understandable things, then uh, this is the way of explanation. So in order to make other people understand the word, the meaning of the word. So if you say the term is abstract, and then all the explanation are also untouchable, something like abstract meanings, abstract explanations too. So, so the reader will be, how to say, farther away from the understanding of of the word pasati. So purpose of the commentary, purpose of the writing commentary, or purpose of the writing whatever book is in order to what? In order to make people know easily. Okay, so that only we can communicate with the Pali text. Okay, so for that purpose, so physical explanation or material things. So it is how to say our body uh, and then our mind are also inseparable, right? Inseparable nature. So very much in my understanding like that. So because it wants to make a clear, more clear picture to in order to have a clear picture. So if we say abstract to abstract, so something like we get that we say we get that means what above from the, or being aloof from the uh, worry. So worry also a kind of a what mentality abstract. We cannot see or touch, but we can feel it. Yeah.
Zero.
Mm.
Zero. Is this also because of the breath um, is made of chitta rupa? That's also the reason why.
Asasa basasa kaya sankharo.
Yes, because of the breath is chitta rupa, is
Mm.
produced by chitta.
The breath is breath is Jedija Ruba. Uh, are you sure? Asasa basasa.
I
If we
I think so, Sarah. The breath produced by chitta rupa.
Jedija Jeda Bomada. How to say? In which category should we include? Breath is air only, right? But
The breath produced by chitta rupa, but when
man,
it's come out of the nose, it when once is released from the nose, when it get out of the nose, it become utucharupa, you know.
Uduja. I will check. What about the Raya? Mr. Raya, how do you think? What this is
Yeah,
Chidija?
yeah, that's my understanding as well. Yes, the breath is a Jitya Rupa. But and
Mm,
then so about this point, um, there is one argument I
mm,
heard from some source
yeah.
saying that the uh, Chitta Pasati, I'm sorry, Kaya Pasati, it is termed that way because it's the mental factor that has an effect on the physical body.
Mm,
Um, they say that these six pairs for each of these they have two because each of them have an effect on the body. So the kaya part, which means the mental factor that has effect on the body, the jita part is the one that has effect on the mental part. So
mm.
I'm not sure whether or not they have that argument because of this point right here. So I just want to know a little bit more about that.
Yeah, yeah, that point interesting. Radha Sayadaw and one of the his talk also is play. Uh, so Kaya Basadi, Chida Basadi, Kaya Basadi, and for the water Kaya. So here the commentator. Also, the Buddha is himself also said Vedana Sanya Sankhara, right? So that's why in this context it is what only Vedana Sanya Sankhara. But the possibility of the Rupa Kaya also Sayadaw added. Okay, so so it is also maybe reasonable. Maybe we need to do further research. So check up, yeah. Suppose Asasa Basasa is produced by the Chitta, okay? Chitta Rupa. Chitta from materialities. Yeah, surely whatever happened, whatever happened within ourselves, so they will be one way or another, they will affect, okay? So not only this pasadi, loba, if we have a loba also, there is effect in our body, right? If we have a dosa more clear, right, the effect is there. It will be affected. So maybe burning, so the heartbeat become faster, and then maybe blood circulation become quicker, okay? And then that's why our face become red, more red, and so on, and also trembling, shake. So the physical body also affected, not only because of the kaya pasati, chitta pasati, uh, but also because of the other mentalities. So, but the point here, kaya pasati, chitta pasati, the six pairs are there. So, so and also it include in the what on the side of the swabana, beautiful mentalities, very good mentalities are there. So when they are Mapasma Kusala Cheda together with another beautiful mentalities, at that time the the condition or the all, so all mentalities, okay, all mentalities, so they start to become a what? Calm and repose. So according to the translation, it is called repose, pasadi. So, so for sure, one thing for sure is it is there is effect. The body will be affected. Maybe our jida bone matter, so asasa basasa also will be affected. Surely.
Sayadaw,
Mm,
so one may argue that why is there a need to distinguish kaya and chitta in this case? So why do we need to group the three khandas as one group and then the vinyana khanda as another entity? So why there is a need for that in this case?
mm. The need.
Yes. So why there is a need? Why is there a need to make this a pair?
Mm, mm,
Why does it have to have the kaya pasadi and chitta pasadi? Because so they will arise, all of them will arise together. So if the chitta is pasadi, then the other three have to be pasadi as well. So why is
mm.
there the need to separate them?
So if we just say what pasadi alone also okay, right? Without kaya, without jeda, without specifying pasadi.
Yeah, yes, so
Yes.
yeah, so they said why why do we need to separate them?
Why? What is it? Yeah. What is the need for the cultivation? Because uh, in my understanding, I'm just say my understanding, huh? My assumption, it may be how to say, may be necessary to be proved. Uh, because uh, the Buddha explained that the Mahakusala Chitta, okay? That a context now we are talking about is the past Mahakusala Chitta. Also another Kusala Chitta also the same. So in that case, the Buddha analyzed it very much in detail. Okay, so as you see that they don't Mahakusala Jeda, even though the Buddha mentioned 56 Jedasi, 56 how to say component parts. Okay, 56 concomitants arise together with. And also, in addition to the what? In addition to that, there will be six, another nine Yovabanaka dhammas are also there. And also, if we can see that there are very detailed analysis, even in the Dhammasaṅgaṇī, the part by part, how jhana, how the jhana bhadas arise, or indriya, and so on, mega. So, and also the Buddha is the Buddha gave explanation to the what? To the deities. So, so these are also audience, okay? Through the audience, with reference to the audience, they are for them, it will be very easy to capture, to grasp, uh, and also to analyze. So not only so kaya pasati, chitta pasati, if you say pasati alone also, it's okay. Uh, but try to be more analytic, okay? To make a what more analysis. Uh, so the Buddha divide, and so by analyzing what is the result for by analyzing these things. So we see very much clearly how so the Vedana points, for example, Mahakusala Jeda arise, and also in the Mahakusala Jeda itself is a mentality, Vinyana. But another thing is that the component parts are Vedana and Sanya, Sankhara. These component parts are also there. So with that teaching, the Buddha showed that the penetrative understanding of the mentalities, okay, how the mentalities arise, when that mentality arise, so even they can be uh, again and again analyzed until it come to see come to see that there is no what entity that remains permanent, that in that there is no such entity that remain eternal or something like that. So that remains unchanged. Okay, that can be regarded as a soul or self or and so on. So with that purpose, I think the Buddha analyze and trying to give analyze the kaya and the Vedana for the Vedana Sanya Sankhara also. So also you can see in the Satipatthana Sutta also, Vedana Sanya, Vedana, for example, Vedana is a one session, right? Chitta is a one session, and also Dhamma is a one session. One, they make a group for the what? For the meditation purpose. Okay, for the meditation purpose. So for the meditation purpose means what? To know things in a penetrative manner. Very much in detail. How Vedana arise, how so when the Vedana arise, so there is a understand. Yeah, according to this Kaya Pasati, so Mahakusala Jeta arise, there also Vedana. That the Vedana is it. So we through the meditative mind, very much concentrated, and also very sharp concentration. I think you can able to see, you will be able to see the repose of the Vedana, okay, repose of the Vedana, or calmness of the Vedana. So that is my my understanding. Maybe it needs to be proved. Right?
Yeah, thank you, Sayadaw. But then there is another point. So for example, these six hairs. So for example, pasati is the state of the mind, and then here the Buddha separate it into two. So one for the Vedana, Sanya, Asanya, and Sankara. The other one is for the Vijnana. But they say, so somebody may say that, what about Ekagata? So we have Chitta Ekagata. So why don't we have Kayasa with Ekagata? So why the Buddha did not separate Ekagata into two parts like this?
So in that case, we need to go back to the Chetasika, right?
Yeah.
Right. Chetasika is very fast, right? In the Jhana group. Yes. Chetasa Tidi. Mhm. Chetasa Tidi, Santidi, Awatidi, Awisado, Awikibo, Samadhi Samatha, Samadhi balance. So wait. I was interesting, huh? Achala Bhavena Aramani Detati. Yeah. Abhija Sambyuda Dami Aramanami Sambindedowa Detati. So the focus point is a different. The focus point of the Kaya Basadi. Okay. The point that I want to highlight behind the Kaya Basadi, Cheda Basadi, and also the point that I want to highlight uh, uh, by the Chedasi Gagada is different. Because the word Chedasa is used uh, over there in the case of Igagada, Chedasi Gagada. For what purpose? Okay. Now, Chedasa Ekagata, one pointedness of the mind. Okay. So they have a, how to say, Ekagata. Ekagata. So to place the mind on an object. Okay. To place the mind on an object. In that case, in Sambayuda Dhammi Aramanani. So the thing is, Cheda is not placed. The Ikagada itself, okay? Ikagada is a mental concomitance. That mental concomitance itself, one to say, uh, to focus on the object, okay? To focus. So once it focus on the object, everything, every concomitance, including Cheta, other Vena, Sanya, Sankhara, and so on, will be there, okay? Will be on that object. So that in this context, the Cheta say that what is the meaning is that uh, what is the difference between Cheta and the Cheta Sikagata and Cheta and the Cheta Pasadi? Okay, something like that. So the question also you can make it. Okay, what is the difference between Cheta and the Cheta Sikagata and then Cheta and then Cheta Pasadi, etc. So if we know that meaning, I think the answer will be very clear. So yeah, according to the Buddha also already mentioned what in the text. Chitta pasadi here means vinyana khandasa. Okay, but in the case of the Chitta Sikakada means Chittasa only. Chittasa Titi. So Chitta and then vinyana khanda. So in that case, we have to further investigate it. We have to investigate the further is what. What is the difference between Chitta and the vinyana khanda? So when we say Chitta, okay, so sometimes Chitta is interpreted as a vinyana or mana and so on. But the vinyana is more specific, more specific. Okay, so if you say Chitta alone, it may be a combination of the all mentalities, Chitta, Chittasika also together. That's why here, so when the Buddha want to say, say in the, about the Chitta Sikagata, the Buddha didn't specify Chitta is a Vijnana Khanda or whatever, but use it Chitta as a Chittasa only. Okay. So in the case of the this Chitta Pasati, Kaya Pasati, okay. So because it necessary to specify uh, it is not talking about the kaya, vedana, sanya, sankhara, other mentality, but the pure vijnana, just a knowing. Uh, yeah, that's why here Chetasa is a Cheta Basadi is defined as a vijnana kandasa. Okay, so that the contextualization also important and understanding. But I think you understand this point. Whether the some people may have some doubt why that is Jeda Sikagada also Jeda and the Jeda Basadi also Jeda. What is the difference? Okay, so so
Sayadaw. I'm sorry, but I guess the point is, so we go back to the questions. So why is there a need to separate the sankara kanda away from the group? You see, we have the group of four mental aggregates,
aggregate.
but why is there the need to separate the sankara out to make it one separate thing in the sankara kandasa study? So I guess that's the point. So he over there, so just the dikta ekagata is we take the dikta as the whole thing. The dikta in that case is like the whole four kanda in there. But here
Mm-mm.
down here we separate the sankara kanda out as one entity.
Mm.
Yeah, I guess that's the problem here. So, yeah.
Where in the Basadi case,
Yes, in the six pairs, so the Buddha separate the sankara kanda out. So the Buddha take the
vijnana khanda.
two, yeah, for one. So for example, we have Kaya Pasadi is the Sankara Kandasa Pasadi. So the
And
Buddha separated the Sankara Kanda out from the group of four mental aggregates.
I think Bali the Buddha does not separate Sankhara Khanda alone. Uh, okay, Vijnana Sankhara, Vijnana, Vedana, Sanya Sankhara together is a called Kaya.
Yes.
And then Vijnana
Oh, I'm
Khanda is
sorry. Chitta, yes. The Chitta in the Chitta Pasadi is the wing. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So, the Buddha separated the Vijnana Kanda out from the group of four. That's what I mean. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
out of the Namakhanda.
Yeah.
Namakhanda. uh, so basically, we can say in the basic sense, Vijnana is just knowing.
Yeah.
Okay. Just knowing So when the Mahakusala Jeta arise, at that time the Vijnana level, okay, knowing Vijnana awareness of the object, okay, that is Vijnana itself is also what peaceful and the repose calm, okay, in that condition. If you look at the Vijnana alone, so you will see the peaceful Vijnana. Uh, it will be very much difficult for us to be able to see Vijnana alone, or pick up the Vijnana and then see Vijnana alone, uh, and also pick up the Sankhara and the Vedana alone, because they are all the time. They come in group, right? Nama group. Whenever Jeda arises, there is this thing, Vedana Sanya Sankhara is there. So in our ordinary eye, so we will not be able to penetrate in that in that detail. But for the Buddha and also for the noble persons, for those who are very sharp in the in the concentration, they may they are able to analyze very much in detail. So Jada, whenever if you see that if you see someone who is doing good things, and also for the ordinary people, they will see that the person only who is involved in the good meritorious deeds, offering as food or whatever. But for the another person more intelligent, he will be able to see his mental condition. Okay, so by looking at what he is doing, the physical and shape of the manner of the body, so and the facial expressions, the other people more intelligent, more concentrated, and also more objective. Okay, more objective mind. You may be able to see uh, his mind, how uh, mental, how mentalities are working in his uh, in the process of his that person. Okay, and also for those who are very sharp, okay, very how to say noble persons, suppose already attained some spiritual, maybe path stream winner, or maybe in once redana or whatever. For those, they may, if they uh, are there, and they may be able to see, even they may be able to analyze their mentality. Oh, Mahakusala Jeda alone, how is Jeda? Jeda alone is peaceful, okay? And also, so Kaya Pasadi, Jeda Pasadi, and also lightness, so something like that. These things will be very obvious for them. Like a vulnerable, uh, I think you have studied Mahabharinivana Sutta. In the Mahabharinivana Sutta, then the Buddha is going to lying on the deathbed, uh, and then going to nearly passing away, passing into Nirvana. So for the ordinary being, even for the Ananda, he came to thought, he came to think that, oh, the Buddha passed away, passed into Nirvana. But at that time, Panuve Anuruddha said, right? Anuruddha, I think Panuve Anuruddha said, not yet. The Buddha not yet passed into Nirvana. The Buddha is instead entering into the jhana. Okay, trying to follow the Bhanuruddha, trying to follow the Buddha's entering into the jhana, samapatti, first jhana, second jhana, third jhana, and also having emerged from the first jhana, go to the reach to the second jhana, and then go up and down, up and down. So So the way it follows. So that is what I would like to tell you is so. Within the ordinary eyes, it will be very much difficult to have such a very detailed analysis, like to see what uh, kaya Cheda Basadi or Kaya Basadi and so on. But for those who are analytic and also meditative experience, meditation minded, for those noble persons, it will be very, it will not be very difficult to see such a things. So that is what I understand. But but there may be uh, uh, it means that it is not the end. Okay, we have to study more and then maybe more reasonable and more logical uh, explanation maybe needed, right? Why there is a
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
what
it's
is,
just
what
because, yes, thanks, but it's just because it is like a very a detailed and minute explanation. So, for example, just there is one Jitasika Adimokha. So we know the Adimokha is the determination of the mind. So why the Buddha did not divide Adimokha into two, just like Pasati? So why there is no determination of the three khandas and then the determination of the Vijnana khanda? So why the Buddha did not do that, but the Buddha did for these
Adimoga
pairs?
is
Yeah,
Adimoga is what belong to Sankhara group. Okay, Adimoga decision making. So in my another way that I that thought Bia in me is that so you see these are the mena. Okay, mena the mena or the in my understanding that may be wrong or why the mena or the how to say good beautiful mentalities. Okay, so for example, something like what we have a Rupasa, Lahuda, Muruda, Kaminyada, right? These three in the case of the Rupa chapter, right? Uh, Rupasa, Lahuda, Muruda, Kaminyada. You remember, right?
yeah, yeah. So
Lightness or the physical body.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so these are the what? Lakkhana Rupa. Okay, Lakkhana Rupa mean the so the characteristics. So that can be seen through this. We can see, we can understand the physical, okay, physical body, the rupa materialities. So also, why I'm reading, I also think is why this is so much kaya basadi, cheda basadi, and I was also thinking, and then other time that idea arises. Oh, this may be, but not came to the conclusion. This may be a kind of what a characteristic of the Maha. Simply we can simply say first Mahakusala Jeda. Okay, first Mahakusala Jeda, and then when they rise together with the other mentalities, so Kaya Basadi, so the mentality, the Jedasika and Jeda Buddha come, what, and then Lahuda light, okay, come, and the light, and the soft, and also what, adaptable, and then well guarded, and so. These are something like a kind of uh, characteristic marks, okay, characteristic marks of the uh, how to say Mahakusala Jeda, okay, Mahakusala Jeda, and then do other mentalities. So with that way also, I think it will be understandable. something like we have a rubasa lahuda muruda kaminyata, right? So also here, kaya luda, jeda luda, kaya muruda, jeda muruda, kaya kaminyata. These three are very similar, right? The same, we can say the same. Rubasa lahuda and kaya lahuda, jeda lahuda. So, but another thing, another three, yeah, for the mentality we have a extra three. That is a basadi, and then what? Bagonyada, and then ujugada. Okay, so bagonyada, ujugada. So calmness or the so calmness or repose. Repose. If we say repose, repose is applicable to the physical body also, right? To the materiality also. But the calmness is applicable to the what? To the mentality. Okay. So and then bagunyada, bagunyada is the what? Baguna. So baguna means bagunada means repeated, repeated. So making double and making triple or so making quadruple or whatever. So more and more. So bagunada means something like a development, developing. Ujugada means a straight, okay, straightness, uprightness. So this is also applicable only to the mind, mentality. So, so if we compare this the Lakkhana Rupa or the um, Lakkhana Rupa or the yeah Lakkhana Rupa in the materiality group, and also these six pairs. I think this is where in my other I did. These six pairs are a kind of a lakhanas for the mentalities. So okay, Rubasa Luda Muda Kaminyada, these three are the some of the characteristic of the materialities, something like that. That I analyze it like that. Well, how do you think?
Um, I okay, so but then for the lakkhana for the rupa, they are not real rupa. They are just
Sure.
lakkhana. But
Mm.
these six pairs are real because they are included in the 72
Yeah.
real dhamma, right?
You
So
did.
these are real dhammas. Yeah. So,
Sure. In that case, at that point also, I kept
yeah,
in mind that yeah, they are anivana, okay, they are nivana rupa,
yeah, yeah.
so they are not real, but yeah, they are real, they are not real rupas, but they are sign. But yeah, in this group, we are how to say the notion that a notion of what? The notion that they are real Chetasiga. That is already in our mind. So, but the one point is that um, the classification may be varied from one test to another, right? Not all other things may be liable to change classification. Okay, suppose in our Abhidhamma Sangha classification, do you see as you see there, when we talk about the Ruba, okay, Ruba is a 28 what, right? But in the Dhammasaṅgaṇī classification, it's a different, little bit different. So also, that's why in the Nibbana or Anibbana also. uh,
Yeah, thank
so
you, Sayadaw. Thank you, Sayadaw. Thank you for the insight, Sayadaw.
uh, so but so here in my understanding that's how to say mentality. So this where we can understand what very analysis analytical manner, the Buddha preach to highlight how beautiful consciousness uh, work together with the other mentalities. Okay, and then where we are, Kaya Basadi. Pasadi, so that is we are talking about the Vena Kanda, Sanya Kanda, Sankara Kanda. So Pasadi, so the nature, okay, that is repose or calmness or whatever. They are Pasadi, Badi Pasadi, Pasambana. Okay, Badi Pasambana, Badi Pasambidada. These are not, how to say, nothing special for the, nothing to be explanations. I think you don't need much explanation about that. Mm. Have a day in this. The second word, Badebasadi, has been increased by the preposition. That's you already know that. Okay. So, but Badebasadi, Badi is a preface. With a preface, it is extended to the Abadam. So also Basambana, Badebasambana. Okay. So they are also extended with the Upasaka Vasena Vadidam. Okay. Badibasambidadam also. Badibasambidadam. So Sabya Bade Hibi Dainan Kandana Kilesa Darata Badibasadi Ewa Kadi Katida Dainan Kandanam. Okay, three aggregates. Dudiya Nayena with the second. Here the word they use Naya, not the word Pata. So this is also why I'm reading. So actually they say Dudiya Badena, okay, with the second word, that is the Jeda Basadi. Instead of saying Badena, here say Dudiya Nayena method, with the second method. Unyana Khanda Sadarata Bade Basadi Katida. So being state of being free from the worriness of the Unyana Khanda. So let's say Basadi. So Basadi is opposite to Dharata. Okay, that way. And then Lahuda, 42, 43 is a Lahuda, lightness. So sometimes we feel very heavy. Okay, we feel heavy. Uh, we perceive it heavy, and also we add heavy mental mental actions. And also sometimes our mind, in Myanmar also we say, say delay later. If we say, uh, I feel heavy in my mind, okay, something like that. So that is not a good sign, okay. So if you feel heavy in your mind, it is not a good sign, right? Because lightness, okay, lightness or the mentality and when the concomitance of consciousness, that is what? The sign of the goodness. So some in Myanmar, we believe that if we feel something heavy in our mind, so something undesirable going to be happening. Actually, according to the Buddha, that is a kind of a what? Omen, or they regard as a kind of a sign or omen or whatever. But according to the Buddha teaching, if we feel heavy in our mind, that is akusala jeta there. Okay, akusala jeta there. But if we, so we need to reduce that heaviness by developing, by causing to rise a makusala jeta in our mind. Then it will lead us to the lightness of the mentalities, the both for every kanda. Lahuda Mududa Kaminyada. So you see, if you so Lahuda Garo di Lahuda Garo Mena Lubrina Mada Lubrina Moididanda Mana Lubrina Mo and so on. So the Lahubrina Mo. Desambawa lahu parinamata. Okay. Sigan parivatana samatata. Sigan me quickly. Okay. Parivatana means turning. So the process, suppose this is more obvious in our in the meditation. Suppose uh, if we have a this is lahuda, if we have a beautiful consciousness in our mind, so when we are absorbing, entering into the jhana state or jhana samabadi, so we can easily roll on and on from the one samabadi to another. Okay. Uh, so also that is in the jhana case. So also if we have a good jeta, mahakusala jeta, or lightness of the mind, lightness of the mentalities, so what happens? We can change it from one good mind to another good mind very quickly. Easy to revert, okay? Easy to revert, easy to transit, or easy transition, we can simply say that. We are easy to transit from one Mahakusala Jeta to another, one Mahakusala Jeta to another. Otherwise, uh, the transition it will take a long time. Something like nowadays in the US election, transition, maybe it may take a time because there is some heaviness, right? So also here, Lahuda, Muruda, nature of the Luda, Muruda, we can understand. We take so much time from the Uesriya. Sorry, I forgot. Okay. Thank you so much for your listening. So trying to understand this six pairs, very interesting, and also I think it is more meditative. If we practice more meditation, we can we can penetrate more easily. So thank you so much for your listening.
Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Sayadaw.
Sayadaw.
Thank you.
Thank
Buddha
you, Sayadaw.
Sasana Later do Buddha Sasana later do Buddha Sasana later do Sadhu Sadhu.
Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Sayadaw.
Sayadaw.
Welcome.